Hello, folks. Welcome back to Kyle City, and we are reading another entitled parent story. So let's get to it. This one is called "Entitled Mother Thinks a Limp is a Bad Influence." So to start off, I moved over the summer, and the new house is close enough to the high school to walk. I have to walk about a mile every day, and the usual trek takes about 15 to 20 minutes in the winter. I also have a tendon disease in my knee from wrestling. That causes the tendon that connects my quad to my tibia to rip and tear easily, causing me a lot of pain. My knees could flare up at the slightest thing, from tripping to falling on my knee. This happened a couple of weeks ago. It's a few days after a big snowstorm, and there are large ice patches all over the sidewalk that are somewhat covered by snow dust. I live in New England, and someone who has been there knows that the winter weather here can be awful. So I'm on the usual trek to the high school, and I'm about to get into the main stretch of a road before I slip on an ice patch, regaining balance from that tweak on my knee, and caused great pain, like a pain that you have to stand there for a few seconds to realize that just happened. My knee hurts. Like, a lot. I was limping. I was halfway at the street when I feel a tap on my shoulder. The lady was your typical Karen, but to let me speak to your manager, haircut covered by a checker-woven beanie, wearing a purple insulated coat and a scarf. The interaction goes to as follows. Me is mechanical engineer. Wow, that's actually a new one. Usually it's me. And EM is mother. Yeah. Me. Yeah. Entitled mother. Can you stop your thing? Me. What thing? The thing with your leg. You're walking. Me. Limping? Entitled mother. Yeah. Sorry, but I'm just not able to stop limping. Entitled mother. Why? Me. I have a entitled mother. I don't care what you have. Just stop limping. Me. I can't. Entitled mother. Oh yeah? Well, you limping is bad for my son. Look at him. I just don't want him to be lazy like you, making up injuries for pity. Me. I actually have a disease, lady. Entitled mother. You're too young to have diseases like that. Me. Writes my dad's number on a piece of paper. Here, if you have any problems, tell my father. Go away, lady. Entitled mother storms off to meet her son on the other side of the street. I think all is good, but I couldn't be more wrong. I see something across the street quickly. I feel a jolt on my knee. The knee. Ah! What the heck? The kid runs across the street again and runs off with his mother towards the elementary school. My iPod was able to make calls. I would have called the police on this lady, but I didn't even have enough info on this lady to file a report. So I just hobbled to the high school so I could get there on time. Just say I have to get an elevator pass that day. My dad did also talk to me after lifting about some crazy lady who kept complaining about me, spreading ill behavior around her son. He took me aside and told me to file a police report if it happens again. Edit. Thanks for the 1K updates. I was away from the computer for an hour and saw that my karma count was 2K. Wow. Okay. Again, posted by Lokeen. Titled Parents. Next. This story is called My Mother and Her Demands for My Unborn Daughter by Saha31. I'm on my PC, so the formatting should be alright. However, English is not my mother tongue or my main language. This is going to be a long story. Sorry. Actually, we like long stories. A bit of backstory. This happened almost 2 years ago. I was 4 months pregnant, and when this happened to be, we had found out the gender of the baby. We told our parents the week before. Now, my mother has always been controlling and a little all-around nightmare, but this time she really blew everything out of proportions. Onto the story. My mother calls me one day, which is not abnormal, and we talk about my second sister, too, and I'm the eldest, who had gotten a new boyfriend about a month ago. I just told everyone that she was engaged. She announced it a week ago, around the same time I told everyone about my baby's gender. I thought she was going a bit fast, but whatever, it's none of my business. So my mother tells me that she is going to be organizing my sister's wedding and making my daughter's dress. My sis was with another guy for 4 years, and they were also engaged and were preparing the wedding, but he cheated on her and left her. Then the conversation went like this. So since you have a daughter, I'll have to make her a dress as well for their wedding. Sure. We have a bit of time before that. Don't you think? When is sis planning on getting married anyways? Did they set out a date? Not really, but they'd think of doing it in 2 years' time. Okay. So your daughter should be walking by then. I think she will be able to carry your sister's veil with the other children. Well, we'll see. We'll see. What do you mean, we'll see? She isn't even born yet, so maybe it's better not to plan things so far ahead. No, we'll be fine. And we will do it. As I said, Mom, we'll see, that's all I can say. So let's change topic, please. I have to hang up anyways, and she hangs up in my face. I was a bit shocked, but I thought that she would sulk as usual and that it would be over after 2 weeks of cold shoulder from her. The next day, I get a call from my youngest sister, who was living with my parents at the time. She was 16. She warned me that my mother blew the heck up, and he actually cried and said that I had completely changed the image that she had of my daughter. What the heck? And that she didn't feel like my daughter's grandma anymore. So I decided to call her to clear things out because I didn't understand her reaction. Sure enough, she was cold shouldering me, but I'm used to that. So I asked her what the matter was. How could you tell me we'll see when I told you about your daughter carrying the veil? That was not okay. It was really disrespectful for me and your sister as well. I called her afterwards and she didn't even know what I was talking about. Mama, I just told you that she shouldn't plan anything before she is at least born. I'm only 4 months pregnant. Just calm yourself. Mom, I can't be calm. How can you deny me the chance to imagine my granddaughter? What? Also, I haven't talked about it with my boyfriend, and maybe he doesn't want our daughter to do that. Maybe my daughter won't want to do that. I'm not going to force her just for your benefit. You better do it because I will tell everyone you ruined your sister's wedding. It's a tradition, so you have no choice really, and your boyfriend doesn't have a say since it's in our family. He is her father. I was getting frustrated by then. I told you, maybe, what more do you want from me? And I told you, maybe, what more do you want from me? I told all my friends at work. They all told me that it was cute, so you should just have told me that your daughter's carrying the veil was cute. Then just shut up. Every time she's arguing with someone, she tells everybody she needs to be seen as the victim. Well, I'm telling you now that it's no. I hang up. But once I stood up because it was for my daughter. I shouldered her for a month. Of course, she told everybody that I was such an ungrateful brat, but I didn't care, and she came back to me after a while and acted like nothing had happened. I let her because I didn't want to deprive my daughter of her grandmother, but sometimes I ask myself if I shouldn't have stayed back. Anyways, thanks for reading, and I hope this belongs here. If not, you can tell me. No, yeah, don't lie. Oh, it denies me. This is an entitled parent, I guess. Yeah, you're the daughter, so it's nice to know that sometimes the apple does fall far away from the tree. In this situation, that's great. On to the next one. Entitled parent demands I stop drawing in my own home. Let's see. Is there a picture of this drawing? Cool. This was posted by Little Happy Feets. Little context. My mother ran a daycare for single parents out of our home. She ran it until I had turned 18. She charged very little compared to others' daycares because she wanted to help out people who were struggling. We had all kinds of people there, kids in there, and most of them were great. Sometimes I was a little annoyed at probably having a lot of random new kids in the house, but I managed. My family is religious as I am, and I have respect for all religions, but one of the parents whose two girls we took care of was frankly even more religious than us. She'd believe any conspiracy when it came to evil things. She wouldn't let her kids watch any films with talking animals because she said it was witchcraft, nor let them have dolls because they were idols. Though despite how careful she was keeping her kids away from evil spirits, she had a ridiculously poor judgment when it came to men, and would marry them within months of meeting them, and then divorce when she realized she'd brought some creeper into the home, put her kids in danger. I'd refer to her as entitled mother from now on. Now, I really love to draw, and I'd finally settled on half anime-esque style that worked well for me. There isn't a day I don't draw. It's everything to me. I was simply a simple drawing Kenshin from Rurouni Kenshin. I hope I said that right. Through the house on my way to my room as entitled mom was coming to pick up her kids in the evening, and she saw it. I showed her what I'd drawn, and she asked me to see, and she flipped. When she asked to see, and she flipped. Though it's been years, so this is some of what's been said. Is that anime? Anime is evil. It has evil spirits attached to it. It's just a drawing style. It's fun. I drew Kenshin. He's a swordsman that protects people. He's a good guy. No, anime is evil. You can't draw that anymore. I don't want the evil spirits to come out and get attached to my kids. There aren't any evil spirits attached to this. I'm not even drawing evil things. No, you can't draw that around my kids anymore. I didn't even show it to your kids. It's not evil. It's just an art style from Japan. No, it has evil spirits. You have to stop drawing it. After that, I quit trying to argue and stayed quiet, walking away, and spent a good chunk of time trying to convince my mom that anime was evil, that my art had spirits attached to it, that she didn't want me to draw art like that anymore in my own house. It made my mom a little wary of anime, but otherwise she shrugged it off and asked me to make sure Entitled Mom didn't see any of my art lying around, which I did, but not before drawing a picture of Jesus in full anime style and leaving it out for Entitled Mom to see. Wait, what? I didn't say that, not before drawing a picture of Jesus in full anime style and leaving it out for Entitled Mom to see. I didn't say that, no. You said that. I'll draw what I want in my own home. Jeez. Edit. For those asking me how she reacts to anime Jesus, have you ever seen a fish trying to breathe out of water? Yeah. Yep. As for people wanting to see the drawing, it's been years since the event, and if I do still have the artwork, it's probably buried, so I drew one up from what I can remember it looked like. It's been 10-minute sketch, so it's not my best, but here it is. Let's look at that. Is this the image of Jesus? This is the one that was on top, right? Yeah. The only thing missing is this oversized anime hammer with Smite written in Japanese on its head. Oh. Cool, okay. Okay. Well, that's all for Entitled Parents for today. Thanks for watching. And like and subscribe. Bye.